kind of jaguar, or a growl of jaguars, even better. Thank you, Mervyn. More modern one, which has seen some nice, lovely E-types of varying engine sizes and ages. I think they're all straight sixes. I didn't see the slight overweightness of the V12.
Later on, as is the case with most vehicles, a little unfortunately, they pile on the weight and spread out a little bit. They don't quite have that same live, lean aspect as the earlier cars had. But they were a revelation when they first came out. Although they landed on another planet, they didn't actually that at all.
And a bit like the GT40 when Ford suddenly came up with this one in '66. I think these are all recent. A particular circumstance during the PT on the Isle of Man.
Yeah, of course, the TT is quite unforgiving race. A friend of mine came off a couple of years ago and is still recovering from the injuries on that.
Activity, even affordable. That is a Formula 4, I'm not truly sure.
Well, of course, with motor racing, what happens is there are various passes that enable you to get a start or move up the ranks and then go into the rather more expensive regions of Formula 1. Yeah, cars they were one of the few affordable chances of racing on that track. You didn't have to be John Carver and build yourself a Napier rails, and you could take your road car, albeit slightly modified, weekend and go into club racing, as indeed a lot of people do. And track days are becoming increasingly popular now, particularly with all these speed cameras around.
I think so.
Having to
well, there's nowhere to go quickly, speed camera or no speed camera. There's too many people. Or series of big engine sports cars in America, at which McLaren at that time built in Colebrook were ridiculously successful and monopolised the whole thing, and that was really the foundation of the McLaren car. Although Ron Dennis still owns the company. But founded by Bruce McLaren in the early, 1966, who won his first F1 race in '68. So he got it together fairly quickly. But
who have the wonderful Spitfire beer. So they have been a great supporter of this event ever since it started. The Surrey Advertiser has been very good to us. Now, Nick Breland, please forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong, is sponsoring the Red Arrow. James Arnold Cooper are sponsoring the Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, we have the wonderful Spitfire 9. MH434, possibly one of the most famous Spitfires ever. Floating well today. And, oh yes, that's down nicely. Actually has a door missing on the other side. Those four chaps running out to it looking very meaningful and macho are the Tigers freefall parachute display team. Great friends of ours here, really nice guys. They're going to go up in that aeroplane and then hurl themselves out, throw themselves at the ground and miss.
After 3. 1, 2, 3! Oh, I think he heard Jordan's flag go. So he's ready to go. The first two out of the aircraft and they pulled their parachute straight away. Next two out of the aircraft then, in free fall, falling at speeds of 126 miles an hour before they deploy their parachutes. Now you see 1, 2, 3, 4 colourful parachutes open. The parachutes we use here, we're called ram air parachutes. These are high-speed sports parachutes, and they're 100% controllable, and you can put these parachutes wherever you need to. If you need to put them on a 50p piece, they will go on a 50p piece, as long as you get the conditions and you're set up right. Okay, first one coming down towards the arena then, with the Army Benevolent Fund flag and the Army Benevolent Fund canopy. This is called Frank Millerick. Frank's the guy that was in Afghanistan last year. As he turns nicely into wind, setting up, ready to land on the cross hopefully. Oh, it's a bit of ding dong there, but a big round of applause for cool Frank Millerick. Next one coming down then, Private Shane Hine. No, still alive, Private Gary Chapman. Gary's first season. Relative work, one of the most dangerous and hardest things to do in parachuting. The guys, like I said, have controlled, crashed into each other. Piloting that at the top there, called Chris Smith, the jump master for today. Hopefully he wants to put that down onto the orange marker there. Wind's a bit tricky today, so it's pushing him back, but he's looking like he's getting a little bit of surge forward there. Let's hear a big round of applause as the guys that enter the airfield. Call Chris Smith, Private Shane Hine.
Failed dismally to do at an early age, but Peter has been able to use that money to really get a very interesting and very good representative collection. He does an awful lot of work to keep his aircraft flying. There were only 3 hurricanes anywhere in the world, and sadly one of those has subsequently been destroyed in a hangar fire, and the other 2 along with the Battle of Britain Memorial Site. But in the last sort of 15-20 years, there's been a great resurgence of recovering airframes from Canada and from Russia and rebuilding them. And Hawker Engineering up at Milton, Tony Dillon's company, has done a lot of work. Who wants to be a millionaire? Your question, £4 million. So how many are there in the UK now? Yes. Got it. Well done. Okay, if I can tell you someone will tell us before the end of the day. I know there are a great many aficionados out there, so there's a question you'd like to know. How many hurricanes there are flying? I think it's 6 million. I think it's 6 of those magnificent Rolls-Royce Olympus engines. What an absolutely splendid sight, and a sight that for many years people thought we were never going to see again. This is the only flying Falcon in the world out of 136 that were built, and she will only be the only aircraft ever to fly. There will never be another flying Falcon. We hope that we're going to be able to keep her flying until 2014. We definitely hope until 2012 to celebrate the Olympics and also the Queen's Jubilee. And the Queen is quite fond of the Falcon. She wants her to fly over Buckingham Palace in 2012. She even called one of her corgis Falcon.
charge, and Bill Perrin sitting in the right-hand seat. She's almost as manoeuvrable as a fighter, and within a few hours of her first flight in 1952, she was already doing rolls, rolling all the way around through upside down. Unfortunately, she doesn't do that anymore, but she did it at the Farnborough Air Show in 1953 and shocked everybody. She does have fighter-type controls as well. Kev Rumins, as I say, is the captain. Bill Perrin's on his right-hand side, and the third member of the crew, the air electronics officer, the electrics, is Bill Davies. Opening, it will be as she goes round in a spiral at the far side of the airfield. They'll be closing the bomb